concerned about trouble and trying to be irresponsible, one-sided news stories.
Sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Hey everyone, it's Dave here with December 1773. With me, as always, is Ryan. This is episode 28 of The Weekly Show. To catch all 28 episodes and all future episodes, click on the bottom right hand of the screen. To get all of The Weekly Show, the week's hottest topics with a twist. Also to be part of December Nation. Also to see more of Ryan doing whatever that is. I promise, for people who will subscribe, he does not do that every week. I have a different shirt on today, Ryan.
You never wash that other shirt, right? You just always wear it.
No, it gets quite washed. This is the
OG, dude.
The original shirt. I gotta say, with all due respect to the original, I like the black shirt. I'm a fan of the black shirt.
Well, you have three shirts now, David. You have the OG, then you have
the 1773,
and then you have the Weekly Show logo.
It is the Weekly Show logo.
Yeah.
Which was designed by Eve.
Your old lady.
She'll be known as Eve.
Eve December. December Eve. Ooh.
She
December
drew
Eve.
she drew Ryan with the classic beer and me with the headphones and the microphone.
Forgot my pop upstairs, so this is gonna be a dry episode, if you know what I mean.
For people who are not familiar with the show, we do a segment here. It's called Headlines. Today's going to be lightning lines. We're going to try and rip through these because there's so many.
It was a crazy news week.
We
could do probably 4 shows this week.
We could literally do like 1 4-hour show or 5 1-hour shows. The math adds up, trust me. But I'm going to get right to it here. Headlines. Americans still awaiting coronavirus stimulus checks as Biden reportedly offers $4 billion to Central America. Old normal.
I don't even know why I don't even want to say anything because I could just rant about it. I could rant about it. What did you expect? Did you expect anything less, David?
I imagine you said, if I remember correctly, in last week's episode, you did say something about if Biden had laid out his 100-day plan first, people might have gone for Trump's America First style leadership. Here you go. Here's Biden's first 100 days.
And the old normal, which was never America First for a long time. And I'm just going to say this because I know we'll probably have it once or twice more, but we're becoming to notice a trend here about things we say. You know, like if you and I can notice it, David, other people need to start noticing it too, and I think people are to some degree.
Yeah. It's not really hidden. I mean, they try to put it off a little bit, but if you can connect the dots.
It's hard with the internet, and that's where a lot of this. The end of this conversation will lead into all this, but that's where it's it's prevalent. Headlines.
Twitter permanently bans MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell over purported election misinformation.
Oh, we don't care about him because he's not the most powerful man in the world, right?
No, they banned him too.
Oh, right, but that's the only one we cared about that got banned. The other people they banned don't matter. Okay.
I do recall back in the Milo Yiannopoulos days and the Alex Jones days, when they first got banned, it was kind of brushed off as, well, they're nuts. With all
fringe.
They're fringe. With all due respect to how fringe they may or may not be, it's clearly a bigger issue.
Yeah,
slippery
I think,
slope.
Yeah, it's greasing the skids. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that going on.
Headlines. Federal judge blocks Biden's deportation pause for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Let me guess, it was one of those Trump judges.
Probably. Apparently, the federal judge stated that Texas can do whatever they want with their state, and if they don't want people from out of the country inside of there, they can boot them out.
It's weird how the 10th Amendment is all of a sudden important. It's weird what state it happened in, too, isn't it? There's a trend here as well, people.
Mm-hmm.
They know. This is the next golden goose to kill.
Well, once you lose Rogan to Texas, you know, that's when you got to jump in. Headlines. Target yields to PETA pressure, joins wave of stores dropping coconut milk, allegedly made from forced monkey labor.
Wait, what?
Coconut milk is apparently made from monkey labor. Slave monkey labor.
Forced monkey labor.
Apparently they send them up to get the coconuts.
And do they feed the monkeys?
I don't know.
How else do you train animals?
They're monkeys.
How else do you put? Yeah, you train your dog with treats. Why wouldn't you train the monkey?
Nothing.
You know, it's incredible to me.
Train your dog with treats. Train your monkeys with beets. Beat their ass if they don't get those coconuts.
Get off the tree. I will introduce a natural predator around here. You'll never be seen again. I won't even have to do anything.
The jaguar. I don't know.
And then you start getting mauled in your sleep by jaguars. Like, fuck.
I don't know how
PETA.
I don't know how PETA even found that out, or if it's even true. To be perfectly honest with you,
dude, how much money and resources does it take to bitch about forced monkey labor? First of all, it's probably not forced monkey labor, considering they do it biologically already. If it's in there, what are we talking about? Forced labor? The monkey grabs shit out of trees all the time. That'd be like me. You know what, dude? I like this. I'm gonna open a business and I'm gonna train squirrels to pick peanuts for me, and I'm just gonna train them with food. They're gonna be all my pets. I'm just gonna run a business that way. See what happens.
We'll see how that works for you.
Could you imagine? Yeah, you're not giving these guys a living wage. They have food and shelter.
They're literally monkeys. They're going in the trees where they go anyway. It's
amazing to me that we want to have more rights for monkeys and their labor than our labor. It's incredible. It's a lot of effort to bitch about something so minuscule. We should be eating the monkeys. Like, I don't know why we're...
Ooh, no, that's too close. Biologically, we're way too close. I'm out on that.
Okay. All I'm saying is somebody somewhere is eating monkeys, and coronavirus came from a bat, apparently.
Headlines! We talked about the official in the Super Bowl, who is going to be the first female official in the Super Bowl.
Hot official, too.
Washington football team, which is their name, hires first black female assistant coach in NFL history.
Cool.
Yep. Headlines! I don't care. Whatever. They're still going to be average at best. COVID-19 may hide in brains and cause relapses. I'd like to point out the reason I picked this headline is because if you read through the article, they don't know. So I don't know why they put in an article about this. It's literally...
This is why we cover headlines, David.
It's on WebMD, and it is the least scientific article I've ever read in my life. It might, sure. I don't know.
Sure. Apparently, they swab assholes now because it's more accurate than the COVID test. Which is proving how full of shit they are, because they have to wipe where you shit from for them to get a more accurate reading.
That's what they're telling you.
Why do we take anything else if the asshole's more important? Just swab asshole for everything.
That's where the mask should be.
Think about swabbing your kid's asshole. That's so crazy. At the airport, China is like, yeah, come here. Oh, you come here. I swab a hole.
Why are they... What airport are you in?
Asian ones, my friend.
Asian one. You're in an Asian airport.
Yeah, it was an imagination.
All right. Headline. Senator Ted Cruz reintroduces constitutional amendment imposing term limits on members of Congress.
Oh, reintroduces. What happened to it, David?
Oh, it got shut down. I don't think it was ever brought up for a vote. So, just whenever you guys get a chance, maybe throw this thing up for a vote.
We need change in Washington.
If we're expecting senators to vote themselves out of office, there's not a whole lot of them who are willing to do it. Obviously, Ted Cruz is, because he introduced the bill many times.
Hey, I mean, we do have guns for a reason, so there's always that.
For hunting.
Good point, David. Only for hunting, but not using monkeys.
DHS issues national terrorism alert for domestic extremists.
What constitutes domestic extremist, David? Sounds like a broad definition.
Somebody who goes against their ways.
Not wearing a mask. Fuck the government. Look at this extremist.
Extreme.
I'm not getting a vaccine. Extremist.
We have so many headlines. We're trying to get through these quickly, but I know this one is. we're gonna spend a little time on this because I know Ryan so well. Headlines: Biden Secretary of State pic caught on Hunter's laptop linked to Chinese funding.
It's not like people have been telling you that, like, hey, China's kind of jacking with everything. They're in every multinational corporation in the world, okay? In the world, most of them. They have a generation bomber. They have that crazy computer. They want a global DNA bank. They released the virus around the world by accident, apparently, but won't let people go there to investigate. And the place that said that they did an okay job investigating it the first place later came out and said, no, China's fine. And then it wasn't fine. And then we're told to believe them the second time when those same people land in China. Why do we believe anything that comes out of these people's mouths when they have Chinese links? Is this the communist takeover of our country? Is this really what it looks like?
Is it bigger than that? Is a communist global takeover?
What did Xi say? Globalism is inevitable. You know what that means? That means they take national sovereignty. That means taking your country from you. And do you think, honestly, and if we're talking the people that want socialism or they want democratic 51%, there's more people in Asia. So if we become an Asian country, who are they going to go all their resources to? It's going to go to Asia. It's not going to go to America. They're going to farm us out for cheap foreign labor.
Monkey labor.
How much will your minimum wage be worth when our minimum wage will be based in United States dollars that we'll have to buy anyways in Chinese currency or something crazy? How do I know what's the future is going to hold? And I'm going to believe your inflated wages. I've worked in industries that people have made the same amount of money for 20 years. Made 40 grand for 20 years. Inflation's 2% every year. Okay, so they're not making the same amount of money. It doesn't matter what you do with minimum wage if we're just spending frivolously, borrowing from a foreign country that literally wants the downfall of our country and to be the number one GDP in the world. And then we find, what was the headline? Chinese lawyer or...
Biden's Secretary of State pic caught on Hunter's laptop linked to Chinese funding.
This is a mainstream news article.
No.
Okay. I still like it. I still believe it. This is the old normal. It's not an extent of reality to think that this would be a even possible. This is the thing. It's incredible to me. It's incredible to me that 10 years ago when I first started talking about this, the idea of like this, just that like that's all, conspiratorial basically. And then it all comes out. Everybody's a damn conspiracy theorist nowadays. Everything they say, they're like, I don't believe shit. Trump's a liar, or the news lies about Trump, and now it's with Biden. Now it's just going to be the same. Nope, the media's lying about Biden, and then people are going to be reinforced. It's going to be insanity. Mm-hmm. It's insanity. It's already, the media's groveling. This is a Chinese communist takeover of the entire planet. This is how you do it.
Given the fact you've been correct on so many things recently, I don't like this prediction. Let's go to a lighter note because I like this one. Headlines. I don't even know how they make this connection. White supremacist. I can't even say it. White supremacist internet gamers buy GameStop stocks to purposely bankrupt Jewish hedge fund on International Holocaust Remembrance Day. How do you put all those things together with a straight face? This whole thing was really just a secret white supremacist anti-Semitism joke on the hedge funds. That takes talent to put those things together. I mean, it's not accurate, you know.
It's not accurate, but let's break it down a little bit. Do you think some white supremacists bought stock in GameStop?
Sure.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Are most banks owned by Jewish people?
Possibly. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it was on purpose, though?
Yes, it was on Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Hey, Kobe Bryant died too. Don't forget that. Never forget. Hashtag.
Filthy white supremacists taking
David, speaking of that, you brought up a lighter note talking about like one of the worst atrocities of all of mankind that led to Nuremberg trials, which literally led to the human national code of ethics that we all use in every state on the globe in the United Nations, backs up by fucking bullets.
On a lighter note, white supremacy and the Holocaust.
And the Holocaust. Where was it going? Do you know why it's called Holocaust Remembrance Day, right, David? Do you know why? Because it's when they found out that Hitler had a bunch of Jews kept in concrete bunkers and was killing them.
On to a lighter note again, I guess.
Don't take free. The moral of the story is don't take free train rides. That's all I learned from my time.
Yeah, don't get in the train car.
No. Government-sponsored train rides? I'll take the Elon Musk-sponsored one, though.
Mm-hmm. Then we'll take you right up to space and land you back on a platform.
Dude, the guy's talked about nuking the polar ice caps on Mars to start the greenhouse gases to make an atmosphere and do it. Nuke everything. I don't care. Nuke it all.
Do it.
Do it, pull the trigger. We're gonna mine asteroids. Be like, wow, look at Trump's crazy. Be like, no, we really gotta mine asteroids. You know? Oh, look at that's a good idea, Biden. Look at Biden creating a space force and doing stuff.
Headlines. University professor says heterosexuality is tragic and causes all sorts of societal problems for men and women.
Like what? Reproducing?
That's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because to these people, reproduction's evil. They
yeah,
don't want you to have kids.
It's killing the planet. If only a country that's planning on taking over had some type of answer for this.
Planning to take over. I like that. I like that terminology when they've already taken over.
Yeah,
it's nice.
They're getting there.
Globalism is
real early stages.
But globalism's inevitable, and they have a president for life.
That's right.
The fuck out of here.
Bill
World
Gates
Health
will be the
Organization.
second.
No, China can't. World Health Organization headlines: lightning line scumbag ass piece of shit, non-elected foreign piece of crap body. They come out and said, yeah, China should not be blamed for the coronavirus. What do you mean they shouldn't be blamed? You blame everything on America. Like, come on.
Yeah, we got blamed for the virus.
We get blamed for everything.
That's right.
Ask anybody in America what the problem is in the world. They'll be like, America, even though other countries are jacking each other up. And we're just like, okay, I guess it's our fault. Biological warfare, it's America's fault.
This isn't so bad. I kind of like this one.
Countries that don't have running water are telling me it's my fault. Come, get out of here.
Speaking of countries that don't have running water, headlines. It's not. When you hear the headline, you're going to be like, those aren't related at all. Woman reportedly performs sex act on gas station robber until cops arrive.
What? How did she pull that one off?
She saved the day. She's a hero, really.
Wow.
Don't slut shame. She's a hero.
Dave, I thought we don't want sluts for daughters.
Okay, but in this instance, she's a hero. Don't slut shame. Don't slut shame heroes.
Hold on. Before we use the word hero like she's fucking Spider-Woman or something.
Yeah.
What do you think that guy was at the gas station to do? Rob the clerk? So she gave it up for like $250 in singles? that she didn't even get to keep? What kind of
Maybe-
heroic
maybe-
act is that?
Maybe she was in fear of her life.
Okay.
Hero.
You know what the headline should really be is like that guy actually lasted longer than 30 seconds. Man lasts longer than 30 seconds when he's raping woman, gets caught by police.
Maybe the police are very fast in Slovakia.
Or maybe it was a woman cop.
She knew she was there the whole time.
You're under arrest.
What do we get ourselves into on the show?
This is a little silly today. I like it.
Headlines. See, this is good. It all ties together. China overtakes U.S. as world's leading destination for foreign direct investment. Ryan has said that this is going to be an anti-China communist show, which will be very hard to run on the Chinese-run internet, or even on the American-run internet, to be for that matter.
Yeah. We get shut down for New Zealand's intervention. I'm sure we have one listener in New Zealand. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, oi, or whatever the fuck you guys say.
Hola?
No,
No.
that's Spanish.
Aloha?
That's
They're
Hawaiian.
Polynesian.
That's Hawaiian.
Polynesian. Polynesian.
Do apologize to our New Zealand listener. We don't know what the hell you guys. You're basically small Australia, as far as I can tell.
You're English Australian?
Headline. MSNBC's Joy Reid says aliens from outer space might come attack us as a punishment for destroying the planet via climate change. So she's on TV.
This was a news anchor or an entire...
Yeah, that's right. MSNBC. Yeah, she works for MSNBC.
The news.
Yeah, she's on the
service.
news for MSNBC. She's a serious, respected news anchor on MSNBC. Respected by...
How the fuck do we only get 40 subscriptions?
Quite frankly, Ryan, we were just talking about sexual acts to save the day. And I believe your reaction was,
You're under arrest, was right.
Yeah, no, she's on the news. Yes, I'm saddened to tell you this information, but she is on the news.
We should drive down there and punch her in the face. That is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
You can't do that. It's not legal.
I can say that still, right? We
no,
should
that's inciting violence.
We should verbally punch him in the face.
We should figuratively and not seriously, and nor do we recommend anyone do such a thing. But if she fell, I would laugh.
So let me get this straight. The aliens love the Earth so much that their solution is to kill the people that could potentially fix it.
No. We're only here to ruin it. They would fix it for us, even though they don't live here.
I thought if we took everybody's money and put it towards a global carbon tax, which I'm sure will go to China. I can't wait to watch the statistics roll in on that. Hey, I wonder if the global carbon tax will cripple our economy and then allow China to overtake us as the number one superpower faster, you motherfuckers. You're so dumb voting for this crap. So I wonder, they take all the money from the rich, to pay for this thing, and the alien solution is to kill us. I thought we had the solution. I thought they had the solution. So why wouldn't aliens just get together with them and be like, look, if you got to figure it out, get it done? Or are they admitting that democracy isn't working the way that they want?
Well, maybe. Maybe she thinks the aliens think it didn't happen fast enough, so they're just going to kill us all.
I love we put so much stock in what aliens think about humans. And then I'm told about I have an ego, and we're talking about an extraterrestrial thing, which could not even be real. We don't know. We just highly probability believe that it's super possible. It's not even that's not even reality. Nobody's ever seen an alien, and I'm not believing in aliens until it's bullshit. And then I'm lectured about it. What's my child got to think? Imagine being like a Christian middle America kid right now told Jesus created everything and dinosaurs are a lie, and then you hear about aliens coming down and destroying everything because you use too much electricity. How is cable news allowed to be you? And you've told me that people on the internet, for example, like Reddit, which we'll get to, is nothing more than echo chambers and propaganda and extremists, and 8chan is all the dark racist conspiracies and murders and child pornography and all this crap. You say all this stuff is out on the internet, spun up in there, and there's these fairy tales of scenarios. But then I hear about fairy tale scenarios that have no scientific backing other than probability on the news as fact, and we're supposed to just eat it. This is ridiculous. These people are such jokes, and they're shells of information givers. It's ridiculous.
So you don't like?
I don't. What?
You don't like Joy Reid is what I'm getting from this.
You know what? Here, I'm gonna say it just here once. Fuck Joy Reid.
Can we just email a small clip of that to her?
Email that whole clip to MSNBC. Minus the punching her in the face, because I did say that before. Maybe
I'm going to preface this that we are not science deniers here. I'm merely pointing out a fact that is happening. I'm not speculating on the fact, although you may if you want to. Headlines!
Aliens will save us, David.
Nearly 24 nursing home residents in Norway die within days of getting COVID vaccine. We don't know. I mean, they were in the nursing home. They could have just, coincidence.
If there's only a way to tell, I wonder if they could sue anybody or maybe bring it up to a court.
In Norway, maybe. Not here, you can't.
Dude, get out of here. Nobody. Get out of here. Don't tell me socialized medicine saved the day. They're like, socialized medicine's like, no, we need to inject everybody. Come on, get out of here. I love that the Biden administration is just magically shitting out flu vaccines when there's a shortage. That's why you're trying to get more. Because there's not enough.
So in the article, they note that though there wasn't any direct scientific correlation between the vaccine and the deaths, they do recommend that people above the age of 80 maybe stay away from the vaccine until more is known, which defeats the point of the vaccine for the older people.
Aren't I supposed to get a vaccine, though, to protect the older people?
Maybe you get it now, because they'll die if they get it. Possibly.
But what if they're just in the nursing homes?
On to the last one. I can't make sense of this. I don't know. They were in nursing homes. They were probably old and frail. They say there's no correlation that can be scientifically proven, which is convenient for the vaccine company.
Yeah, I wonder if they stopped looking into it. I'm sure people familiar with the matter would know because of political reasons.
People familiar with unnamed sources.
So you should be able to go and punch people that print that shit.
Figuratively.
No, physically.
Figuratively, physically. This is the... We're not inciting violence. We're just noting it.
I'm going to punch you, figuratively.
And this is the last one that'll kind of lead us into our discussion here. Headlines. Google salvaged Robinhood's 1-star rating by deleting nearly 100,000 negative reviews. Ours is still standing, by the way. I said they belong in jail. How is that not... Let's just jump into it. How is that not market manipulation on the grandest of scales? They literally stopped people from buying stocks. It's almost like they were incentivized to do it too, if I didn't know any better.
It's almost as if the whole apparatus of our financial, our banking, our political, and our entertainment sectors worked hand in hand together to silence any kind of mass growth of wealth in anybody in a certain area of income level.
It almost seems that way, yes.
And it was such a degree because social media has such an influence and outreach, and the internet is so powerful amongst the average prowl of a person that as soon as it caught wind on Facebook, the algorithm took over and they couldn't stop the algorithm. So instead of stopping the algorithm, I think I've said here on this podcast that what's stopping them from just yanking it from the thing? They did it with the president on Twitter, they did it to Parler on social media, and now they did it on a stock, on a fucking app. Do you know what a stock is, David? A stock is in a public company. I could go to GameStop physically and spend my money, but I could not invest my money in GameStop metaphorically. If that does not show how much bullshit our money system is and how we leverage risk and reward based on banking strategies and how billionaires and millionaires take their money, pool it together to be able to maybe sway markets, they're mad that Reddit forums, which is basically a comment section on a YouTube video, basically with memes. They're mad that people could bond together with their government stimulus check. One of the persons was like, people are taking their middle class, the middle class is waging war with their, whatever. What he said is basically stealing the wealth's money with their stimulus money. Like, dude, fuck you. Do you know how long people waited? Do you know how long people waited? And do you see the apparatus, the conspiracy, the cabal, the thing that wasn't even real? The news media, within hours was, I've not heard one thing about relief bills. I've not heard one thing about stimulus. Nobody's walking around right now wondering about their next paycheck. All we're hearing about is how billionaires are getting fucked over by people in their underwear. It shows they rally. They're rallying to these people. And we're supposed to sit here. I have to keep going to work on Monday. I go to work tomorrow. Patriots stormed the wrong building on the 6th of January. We spoke about symbolism on that podcast on this show. And that, wait until they storm. They've already started storming Wall Street by hitting them on their black and red numbers, on their little charts and graphs that run our whole fucking economy, that we leverage our dollar on against the Chinese dollar. I'm told by people that we're gambling everybody's money and everything is tied. I saw something that possibly Joe Biden's press secretary received money from Citadel Banking, who is some way involved with the Robinhood scandal of shutting down the loss of money with GameStop because they bet against GameStop. You know, they bet that GameStop would lose money, which didn't happen because Reddit stepped in and people bought GameStop's stock, which shot up, which made them lose billions because they leveraged that debt. Maybe this is literally showing, we've spoken about how COVID is showing the flaws in everything. And how weak stuff is in your personal life and government and economics and businesses. And here it is on Wall Street. And you know what's going to happen. They're going to bail that fucking company out. Nobody is going to go to jail, and they will bail these bastards out again on our great-great-grandchildren's future. And we're going to go to work on Monday. And we're told, oh, just get used to it. You were used to them silencing Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist, and Donald Trump, the racist president, who was an American first president, actually. And the policies first enacted, Joe Biden talked about only dictators need executive order. Barack Obama said, I don't need Congress. I have a pen and a phone. And then Joe Biden does what, 40-something? And you know what they were about? Immigration. Let's see when he signs an executive action to bail out Wall Street, because all your 401ks are tied into it. It's not true. It's a lie. I don't know it. Talk to people who do know it, and the people that I've talked to, 401ks is in something else. It's not tied to, what are these things called? What kind of funds are they called? What is the, what firm's losing money?
Which firm is losing money?
Yeah, like what business is losing money? It's not the, anyways, all those billionaires that are losing their money because they have their money all pooled together and shit. Like they're bankrupt, the hedge funds.
Hedge funds. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. these hedge fund people, like that's their money. You know, and if our government or anybody has leveraged their money in like basically a casino style, because that's what's being revealed, right? It was a conspiracy. This was a conspiracy. People did it in their underwear because they had the technology finally. Watch the regulation. They're already scrambling. They're scrambling to protect these people. People are losing money. Every news article is about how the little man, how Robinhood, all of this. It's all a joke. And then Robinhood's in bed with them. Robinhood stops the sharing of GameStop and AMC and BlackBerry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You worry that we're going to kill you on your shorts like you kill us on our shorts? When you shorted people, the mortgage crisis, when you gave people money that couldn't afford a house or didn't pay their house, everybody deserves a mortgage. Well, what if you can't fucking afford it? Oh, well, the banks were guaranteed money by the government. We are the government, you dumbasses. So then we bail out the banks and they can keep signing things without any risk and reward. That's where the student loan debt's going. They'll give anybody student loan debt because the college has guaranteed money. It's a joke. This is a Ponzi scheme. They're showing their hand and they're pissed about it. And instead of giving us the relief, they talked about Joe Biden, right? I've seen this meme lately. And Georgie talked about how I'll have $2,000 checks out the door if we win in Georgia. They're not doing this shit, man. It is a lie. It's a lie. And then they're mad when we steal their money on Wall Street and say that it's everybody's money.
What's
Get out of here.
I guess if to play some devil's advocate here, maybe it's just all terrible press and horrible coincidences, but Robinhood stated that the reason they did it is because they were trying to protect people from making bad investments. What do you say to that response from Robinhood?
Do they consult people in making good investments? You're not leveraging what is a good and bad investment. You're not educating. You're not asking to educate people. You're not there to educate people. You're fine with taking my banking information without giving me any information because you're a middleman. When I buy a stock on Robinhood, I'm actually giving Robinhood the money to buy the stock on my name. I don't own the stock. Robinhood owns the stock, and I just have a placeholder on it, figuratively. I don't know how much of this actually is that. But that's basically the thing. Like, that's their thing with Bitcoin. When you buy Bitcoin through them, you don't own the Bitcoin. It's not like yours. It's Robinhood's. You're investing with them in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So, like, what I would say to them is it's none of your business, first of all, what people do with their money. Second of all, you don't care. You're in it to make a profit, right? Business makes profit. So what's it to you to say what you're not? You don't educate people. You don't offer that. I signed up on Robinhood. I'm still just waiting for everything to authorize. Mm-hmm. But we're like, for $4, you'll learn our speed on, step on program. No, they advertise as little as $1. Like, you don't even need a lot of money. David, how much is the average lottery ticket? $1. What's the difference between leveraging $1 in Robinhood or leveraging $1 at a gas station? I mean, what are we talking about? I'm being told by the overlords, by the Ministry of Truth, by the Ministry of Gambling, by the Ministry of whatever. I'm being told by these people that I can't be trusted with financial decisions. Isn't this a failure on public education? Isn't this a failure on a war on poverty if we can't even be entrusted to leverage $1 in I think open market, and that's why you're protecting billionaires.
Well, I think to your point, you're not actually technically the one investing in the stock. So, really, what happened was they saw people making what they thought were bad decisions, and they halted because they didn't want to lose. And they also just so happened to receive a fair bit of money from Citadel. Not
relevant
for what were unrelated. Purposes. Allegedly unrelated purposes.
I'm sure people familiar with the matter will be able to tell us at a future undisclosed location at an undisclosed time. Yeah. Far beyond when this is buried in the public consciousness when Joe Biden saves us from the new strain of COVID.
I'll be waiting for Jim Cramer's take because, he's basically He's the stock market ministry of truth.
It's incredible, just like the clips I've seen. You know, Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, he put $2 million in. He's like, I'm willing to lose this to keep the stock up because everybody's keeping the stock high right now, so that they keep losing money because they've oversold the stock. They've basically sold more stock than there is stock in the company. And when that happens, there's fees and percentages and interest, and far smarter people than me need to tell you that. But basically, if as long as they keep GameStop high, more billionaires lose money. Those hedge funds crash. I've seen things between $5 to $12 billion in losses. I've seen things as much as 70 overall in some ways.
But Ryan, isn't this going to destroy our economy?
I thought they hated the rich and wanted to tax the rich, David.
Interesting.
Also, my question is what happens? Do you think that $70 billion just evaporates in wealth?
Yep, just into the sky.
I thought Robinhood was the symbolic nature. The name Robinhood is the transfer of money from the rich to the poor, which is basically what would happen if $70 billion in wealth was then transferred down because people bought and sold short stock.
Which is also somewhat misleading, because this is a misleading theory about Robinhood, which was he took money from the rich and gave it to the poor, when really he took it from the kingdom. Would you call it the kingdom? I don't know if it was basically the government who stole the money, and then he returned it rightfully.
I mean, it's serfdom there. You know, they had sheriffs, right? And they just oversaw certain areas of the land that was ruled by a lord. Yeah.
Yeah, so he wasn't stealing from
the
random
Lord
rich people.
listened to the. Yeah, no. Well, it's not like there was a lot of rich people then, anyways. It's not like there's a lot of rich people, anyways. There's more rich people now, more than ever. The average person's richer.
Yes, you've talked about this. The average person now has way more wealth than kings from centuries ago. It's just the nature of it.
Capitalism's evil. Capitalism has become evil. It has shown you in the stock market, and that's why we should promote open markets. We don't have capitalism. Open markets never been tried. That's the argument we're pushing here. Because this shit's ridiculous that they're pissed off that billionaires are losing trillions and billions of dollars potentially. They were fine when the largest wealth transfer was the other way, when they stole from the lower classes and transferred it upwards through the banking problems that we've had in the past. But it happens the other way. Now we got to regulate the market. You were fine with it before, till we learned how to fight back. The internet won. Information, the info war won, and they're not happy about it. The siege on the Capitol was symbolism. The attack on Wall Street is more than symbolism. They always said at all these rallies you go to, hit them in their pockets. What's harder than hitting them in their pockets and stealing billions of dollars through their very tactics that they have done for decades? 1776 is commencing again then. And we didn't touch one thing. I'll segue out of this before we go. Predictions, like I said, we'll predict real quick here. Nobody's going to go to jail. There'll be no problem. And if anything, I'm sure the IRS is going to be involved with some of these people that are trying to cash out, or however this flips, or if people lose money, or if everybody's just. But they're going to try to ride the stock out. We're going to see. But, dude, they're going to grovel for regulation, and the government is going to link up. His press secretary, once again, has some ties to it. So we'll see. I'm interested. But I'm sure we'll get buried. So we're going to have to keep tracking the headlines. Something I saw in the headlines, two things actually, was Andrew Cuomo. And before I get to that rat-infested person, they want you to start wearing multiple masks.
Yeah, I saw this. 2 masks apparently are 75% effective, and 3 masks are 90% effective. That's the graphic I saw.
But David, when I wear a mask, I'm 100% effective against preventing the spread of germs, and when I don't wear them, I'm 0% effective.
Yes, but if you're 2 masks, you're 75% more effective.
You know what's terrible is they've done Common Core and they've changed math and language so much that you're not even used to their new science that they've put on you. This is fucking Orwell, dude. This is Orwell. Wear 2 masks. Just get your asshole swabbed to go to Tops. Gotta make sure you don't kill grandparents, even though Andrew Cuomo... the guy that signed his raise-in at the beginning of the year, right before COVID, has wrecked everything. It's been a long time coming. You're all millionaires. Andrew Cuomo, the Attorney General from New York State, said that the state underreported 40% of its deaths from nursing home COVID fatalities. It was underreported by the state.
Amazing. It's almost like he didn't want them to do any type of investigation into this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said...
If I recall, that was in headlines.
And that would be, quote, political.
Yes.
Not quote, scientific.
No, he thought it would have been political.
We're the science denier. It's awfully crazy that they used in a political, apparently to his Cuomo's words, a political stunt that came with an awfully scientific number of 40%. I'm sorry, Common Core's not. I'm not wearing 2 masks. I'm not getting my dick swapped, my ass swapped. There's gonna come to a point that I'm going to Tops and I'm going to either buy stuff there or I'm leaving with the bread. I'm done asking. I'm not paying. I tried paying, making me wear fucking 3 masks to buy a loaf of bread.
So are you...
Fauci says it too, the guy that lied about masks so he didn't promote panic, and now he's telling me to wear it too. Guy, go fuck yourself. And on another thing, that piece of shit makes $400,000 a year.
Yes, I did see that.
More than the president of the United States normally, which first of all, Donald Trump donated his salary, which I'm sure average Joe Biden isn't.
Well, he's just a small town guy from Delaware, or wherever he's from.
Do. That asshole made more than the president groveled to this guy that knows I'm like this whole medical. I gotta wear 5 masks. If I have to wear 5 masks to leave my house, there's a problem. Either leave your house or don't. Either know when you go outside you're gonna die or don't. I wonder if during World War II they were like, make sure you wear a bucket when you go shopping. We know the risks. I don't need my government to tell me the risks. Tell me what it is. Don't tell me what I need to worry about, I guess. Show me the information. Let me make a decision with my body. My body, my choice, right? So you can drag me away from a vaccine that people have apparently died from, but we can't really tell because they're super old. By the government that lied about their COVID death numbers and old people, but the guy wanted to write books and he was lecturing the entire nation on how they should be responding to COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Wearing 3 masks is the equivalent of hiding under your desk for a nuclear attack. It's. I mean, what point do you just 4 masks, 5, 10? It's like razor blades. Like
it's like
you get the Mach 5. The more blades, the better. Eventually, it's obnoxious.
I saw a guy with a paint mask on in Target, like the full respirator,
like the 3M style. Did he have a beard? Was it correctly fitted to his face?
I wonder if he went through a fit test. Oh, I wear a large T-shirt, so I wear a large mask. That's not how it works.
There's a lot of
because they said just wear my mask. Wear 4 masks. Fuck it. So
there's a lot of people who don't know that you have to get your mask correctly fitted. Maybe not the stupid little shit that we wear, but like the legit
garbage bag put over your head, and they put over it. And you have to like do exercises with your neck and jumping jacks and talk and do your alphabet on 30, 40 times. Maybe like 20 times. I lied. But in any regard, yeah, I mean, I have some stuff I could probably go over, but it's all just the same shit. I mean, they showed their hand. This is, we fought back, punched them in the nose. This 1776 is commencing again, but in the stock market. This is the info war. This is the digital war. It's on, man. The symbolism of the capital. We spoke about it here.
Yeah, it's in a very different way than 1776, more technological.
The revolutionary spirit's still there. So I have something for December payment.
Ooh.
Do you like card games?
Yeah, I like card games.
Were you ever into any? I know we come from the generation of like the Pokemon era and stuff when we were younger. Did you ever play like any Pokemon cards or
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh
I didn't do anything
cards?
I didn't do anything like that.
Okay, so Magic, Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
It's a old time board game. It's been around since like the 90s. It's like one of the longest running card games there is. Anyways, I've played Magic throughout the years a few times. Like tried it, put it down. And this past weekend I played a couple matches and probably played 3 or 4. And I've lost every time. But I will tell you, it's very cool. It's very cool. I see why people get addicted. And what I liked most about it is like it's basically like a Skyrim or a Fallout game with all your stats, and then it's just all in cards. So it's deep, but it's not. And the thing that I loved the most was staring at all the cards. The art style was awesome. The drawings and very awesome. But I play with my family, and we just tipped it back this weekend. Had a relaxing weekend. We just played some Magic, man. It's pretty cool. I've never really done that before, and I don't know. I didn't know if you play card games, or I have another buddy of mine who's very big into board games, and they buy a lot of new style games or different games, and we play a lot of them. So obviously not with COVID, but
yeah,
I didn't know how you look with a board game.
No, you can do it if you got like 4 or 5 masks on. Board game, yeah. I mean, like normal board game, card games.
Is the next thing 2 pairs of gloves? You got to wear 2 pairs of gloves.
We have been recently. We did a couple. Me and Eve and I for the grammar. I don't want to say Nazi. I'm not insinuating you're killing the Jews. But for the grammar Nazis out there, Eve and I, we've been doing like these crime scene like forensic board games. They've been a good time. We did 2 of them so far. We got another one coming from Amazon.
Very cool.
They're not much, $25, $30, and then you can just resell them when you're done. But they're super cool. We've been enjoying those.
Very cool.
I think we're a little too. We watch a lot of crime shows and stuff, so I think we're like a little too good at them. Like maybe like me alone or her alone wouldn't be as good at them, but like us together, we'd crush them.
Or you just need to buy harder ones, man.
I don't know if they don't have like any. Well, at least the ones I've seen, they don't have any rating by like difficulty. So like
they have mystery boxes. They're like this big. I'll ask my friend and I'll let you know. But they have these mystery ones, and it's a variety of games. But there's an actual rating on there, and the game is a story, and you can only play it one time.
Yeah, okay.
Pieces you break out of there. You know what I mean? And like you gotta like some. Like they're like little paper puzzles. You got to put it together. There's a letter there, and something in the book that you translate. They're very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad. I had this too. I'll go a little further. Dude, I think when we're on the other side of this quarantine, I think people will realize how much they miss the human element and closeness. And I think we're going to see like I know we're going to go through the closing of businesses, but hopefully we rebound. But I think you're going to see more old-fashioned things come back. Like talking to strangers in public. Or like asking for people's phone numbers and calling them on the phone. Getting together for coffee.
Yeah, it'll be.
It'll
be interesting to see.
Like bloom up and stuff. Concerts are never going to be the same, man. But I think there's going to be like afraid basically to get close, and then we're going to open up, man, and just hope we can get out of this. But But yeah, it's I've been thinking a lot about that lately because I know we're all starving. It's getting cold too, so in our area we get that seasonal depression. It's not a lot of sun up here. There's a lot of heavy metals in the ground in the Great Lakes region, and they actually say it draws the energy out of you. It's just like heavy lead.
Yeah. And then if we're ever allowed to travel from one state to another, maybe one time we'll see Ryan in the actual studio.
Yeah, I'm in the mobile studio. This isn't my first studio.
The original.
If you count how many cars I've had, I think my Cruz was my first official studio. That was a while ago. But yeah, back in the car, we were doing some remodeling in my studio. So move around some stuff. It should look a little different next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I get done this week. If I'm a lazy bum or not. But until then, I'm going to stay locked to December 1773. I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Subscribe, stay locked, all that. Swipe up, whatever. I don't know what happens anymore on the internet. It's changing so much.
There's nothing to swipe.
I think people know now. I don't think but subscribe. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to seeing everybody next week. And thanks, Dave. Have a good week, man.
Sounds good. You have a good week, and we will see everyone next week for episode 29.
29.
Almost 30. Getting there.
We are getting there, my friend. It's been a good 29 episodes.
He doesn't dance every week, I promise. You can subscribe. You won't see it again. You might see it again, but not.
It might be my thing. I look like a turkey vulture.
It was.
I'm going to start a December TikTok page. I'm just going to be dancing in patriotic clothing.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm gone before I embarrass myself even more.
We're out. See ya. Peace. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.